Our land is rich in resources and gifts. Some people see the land as something that can be bought and sold. Others know its true worth.
I'm always out in the land, enjoying the freedom, enjoying the bountiful, what the bounty it has to offer. And it's very important, and it's important for me to protect this, to protect the environment, make sure it doesn't get ruined. And this is the reason why I like being out here.
We live it, and so did our ancestors for many generations. In nations like Niskanaga, people are living their lives with the rhythm of the seasons. Hunting and fishing, being out in the water, we are surrounded by everything we need to sustain ourselves here on earth, water, and air.
It's very important to carry on those traditions, the cultural ties that we have with our traditional homelands. It's important to ensure that our young people have those opportunities to go on the land, to practice their traditional way of life, and also to do those things in a way that's respectful.
And I want my children to grow up having this as well. They're 4 and 5, and I have a 15-year-old, and he's starting to learn our traditional ways. My spouse, he takes him out on the boat, and we want him to have that for his children.
But oftentimes when you're dealing with the government or industry, they take and take, and we've been taught as First Nation, as Anishinaabe people, to honor and respect the teachings that have been passed on from generation to generation.
Not only us, but our surrounding communities can, lose their way of life and lose what they already have now.
We cannot forget that we already have entered a treaty relationship with Canada and the province. We have agreements to share the land with settlers in return for things like healthcare, education, infrastructure, where the settlers said we need to establish reserves. Our basic needs should be met through these treaty relationships, but they are not. Instead, we are told we need to develop the minerals with the land for money to follow through, what these governments are already responsible for.
I don't want to get in front of them. I don't want to turn him around.
We want to be able to decide what's going to happen in our traditional homelands. We want to be able to be part of that decision to any development that's going to impact our rights, our interest, our way of life, because that's very important. It's not just about the money that's going to be extracted from these resources. It's about the identity and the cultural significance of our people. That's also needs to be part of those plans or discussions, and that's why our people, Indigenous people that are going to be impacted, should be the ones to determine what's going to happen.
Money only goes so far. What is the price we are willing to pay to lose our ways of life?
There's no turning back. They need to work with us. That's why we haven't given our consent, because we don't know what we're making a decision on. There hasn't been any proper consultation. We don't know what the real impacts are, and we can't decide what we don't understand yet. And this is where the community comes to fish for sturgeon. We practice conservation. We make sure that they have a chance to survive. We just take enough to feed us. But I know for a fact that where there's proposed crossings, that's where sturgeon spawn. That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has a very healthy population of sturgeon, so we try to conserve. This is worth protecting the river.
Sturgeon, right here on the Adawabscott River. That's what you're here for. When the rivers no longer run with sturgeon. Wow. And the life of the land and the water is at risk.
Pwede nga no.
No amount of money will bring that back.